On September 11, 2001, the United States experienced the deadliest terrorist attack in its history, commonly referred to as 9/11. This attack, orchestrated by the Al-Qaeda network, involved the hijacking of 4 commercial airliners and targeted critical symbols and facilities in the U.S. The tragic events resulted in approximately 3,000 deaths and ignited a global war on terror, profoundly affecting international politics and security. The 9/11 attacks were masterminded by Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda. This extremist organization opposed U.S. foreign policies in the Middle East and its influence over the Arab world. Al-Qaeda aimed to shock the U.S. and the world through these terrorist acts, challenging Western global dominance. On the morning of September 11th, terrorists hijacked 4 commercial planes. American Airlines Flight 11, AA-11, departed from Boston to Los Angeles. At 8:46 a.m., the plane crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center, WTC-1. United Airlines Flight 175, UA-175, also departing from Boston to Los Angeles. At 9:03 a.m., it crashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center, WTC-2. American Airlines Flight 77, AA-77, departed from Washington Dulles to Los Angeles. At 9:37 a.m., it crashed into the Pentagon, the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense. United Airlines Flight 93, UA-93, departed from Newark to San Francisco. After passengers learned about the other attacks, they bravely fought the hijackers. At 10:03 a.m., the plane crashed into a field in Pennsylvania, failing to reach the hijackers' intended target. At 8:46 a.m., American Airlines Flight 11 crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center at speeds of 466 mph, hitting floors 94 to 98. The impact caused massive fires and severe structural damage. 17 minutes later, at 9:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 crashed into the South Tower at 590 mph, hitting floors 78 to 84. The fires caused by these crashes eventually led to the collapse of both towers. The South Tower collapsed first at 9:59 a.m., 56 minutes after impact, followed by the North Tower at 10:28 a.m., 1 hour and 42 minutes after impact. The collapses produced a vast cloud of dust and debris, destroying nearby buildings and causing extensive casualties and property damage. At 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the west side of the Pentagon. The impact caused a portion of the building to collapse and ignited a severe fire, killing 125 people both inside and outside the Pentagon, including passengers, crew members, and military personnel. Passengers on United Airlines Flight 93, after learning of the other hijackings, decided to confront the hijackers. The plane crashed into a field in Pennsylvania during the struggle between passengers and hijackers. All on board perished, but their actions prevented the plane from reaching its intended target, likely the U.S. Capitol or the White House. Immediate impact. The attacks resulted in approximately 3,000 deaths, including citizens from over 90 countries. The collapse of the World Trade Center caused extensive loss of life and massive economic and infrastructural damage to New York City. The release of dust and toxic substances affected the health of survivors and rescue workers long term. Global war on terror. The 9/11 attacks fundamentally altered the global security landscape, prompting the U.S. and its allies to launch a worldwide war on terror. On October 7, 2001, the U.S. initiated the war in Afghanistan to overthrow the Taliban regime, which had sheltered Al-Qaeda. Subsequently, the U.S. Congress passed the Patriot Act, significantly enhancing domestic security measures. International impact. The attacks underscored the necessity for global cooperation in combating terrorism, leading many countries to strengthen their domestic anti-terror measures. International intelligence sharing and collaboration were also enhanced to prevent similar terrorist acts. Social and cultural impact. The 9/11 attacks deeply affected American and global culture and society. They intensified fears of terrorism and changed perspectives on travel and security. The events also inspired a wide range of literature, films, and art, attempting to document and process the historical significance and impact of the attacks. The National September 11th Memorial and Museum was established at the World Trade Center site to honor all those who perished in the attacks. The new One World Trade Center stands on the site as a symbol of rebuilding and hope. The 9/11 attacks remind the world of the necessity for international cooperation to prevent similar tragedies. They highlight the importance of global efforts in combating terrorism and emphasize unity and resilience in the face of such threats.